on here, man.
Murray's crazy, man. I want to get him on here, but he's insane.
And getting crazier. Have you watched some of that stuff he's out there doing?
He came over the house to watch one of the last UFCs.
That one you invited me to, and you said Murray's over here?
And you said, okay, I'm not coming.
I won't say what you texted me that night.
What'd I say?
I don't want to offend anyone.
You're not going to say it live?
Had something to do. Oh, you were talking about that one obtuse individual that I constantly throw digs at?
Uh-huh.
And you said he just don't get it?
Yeah.
And I said he's a dumb fuck?
Yeah.
And you said, speaking of which...
The first F-bomb.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
It ain't me.
I'm trying to be good over here. I'm going to limit my F-bombs to 47 tonight.
In case Marty gets thirsty.
Marty will get thirsty and drink all my juice.
Did you have a clue what he was talking about?
He gave that to me for damn Christmas or something.
A picture of himself?
Boy, that's the narcissist.
That's modesty.
we got you in here, boy. And two, he put it up there like the first week I started, I videotape too for DVDs. And the first week, he put that right up there, not even notice it. So that's all you see is his big head, like the whole thing.
I stayed at Marty's house that night after Matt's party.
What about that night? Oh, you did?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Well, y'all left pretty early together.
What, at 4 a.m.? Damn.
Yeah. I wasn't aware it was 4 a.m.
Nah, Marty's pretty cool, man.
Remember when his dog tried to rape me?
Yeah.
He had this big, was it a Great Dane?
It was a Great Dane, looked like Marmaduke. Charlie.
And it was like this big, and I went and sat on the couch, and this dinosaur come walking down the hall, and just climbed up on the couch, and I was
laid down right on top of him.
I was like 140 pounds.
James over there going.
And I couldn't even move. I was like, and I was scared it was gonna bite me too. I was like, Marty, can you?
Get the dog.
But it was a female dog, man. It just jumped up there and just laid on me and holding me down. I was going,
You were in her bed.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
We stayed over there that night, didn't we?
Females love me.
Girls adore me, even the ones that never saw me.
Not the way that I
You know what it is?
I don't know.
That was Rob Bass.
Yeah,
that's why I said
You
the
got
reason
it.
why I don't know.
It takes two.
Make a thing go right. Okay. What are we talking about, Marty? You don't know if
Let's
what's
see
funny
how
about
far
Marty?
he'll go with it.
All these, I mean, you know how when you're tight, like we were tight back in Omega, everybody was traveling together doing shows, and you get on each other's nerves, and altercations may erupt. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Marty's the only guy in Omega I've actually been in a fist fight with.
Yeah.
Marty's
in the car.
Made us been in a fist fight with everybody else.
In the car, going down the Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that when he socked you in the back of the head or some shit?
No, he came over the damn seat. I'm sitting back there doing something. I don't know, it's the middle of the night. CW's driving. Murray's over here in the seat next to me. Me and Murray are in the back. Marty's in the front. And I was doing something. I don't remember if I was playing a video game or something, but I think what might have led to that was me digging at him until I made him snap.
I'm sure.
And next thing I know, here he comes.
You'll ride a motherfucker. Oops.
Until they snap. I think that's what my uncle said. And, I told him about
You'll
that.
ride somebody once.
You'll dig him until he snaps, won't you? He snapped.
What were you writing him about? It could have been anything.
I don't remember. I think I was teasing him about something that happened on the show or something. I can't even remember to tell you the truth, but whatever it was, I probably should have let up a couple of sentences earlier. But I got a sock in the mouth for it.
So he climbed over the front seat and hit you in the mouth.
He hit me upside the head. He spun around like on his knees and come around and hit me, and then we were...
He did the book of T.
Oh, yeah. Then we were grabbing and pulling and fighting and everything else. Yeah. And then CW's trying to pull off the side of the Jersey Turnpike. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. This is funny. Marty probably didn't think so. But Marty jumps out of the car, and he's like trying to punch my window out. And he's like, get out! And I'm like, Marty, get in the car. Let's go. Come on. Stop the shit. Ah! And he's running around pulling up grass. And I don't know what he did. CW said...
Hello?
Somebody was behind us. It was Steve Carino or somebody, and they called him and said, hey, Marty's on the side of the road at mile marker 421. Will you stop and pick him up? We were mad for a couple of weeks. We didn't speak.
You never get in a fight with him, did you?
No.
And then
I was there when you ankle picked Murray. Big Murray was messing with him. Murray was a damn heavyweight wrestler in high school. And you were what at the time? About
119.
119. And Murray was out there messing with him, and Ice ankle picked him and hurt him. Like, he was all hurt. And I love that shit.
And the ironic thing is Murray's a wrestling coach now.
Yeah, he's a wrestling coach.
Yeah.
You might want to go by their school and show him that ankle pick.
No, I ain't mess with him. I let him go ahead and have his time to shine. He reminds me about that every time. It's like 41st dates. He's like, "Hey, baby, broke my ankle."
What'd you do? Twisted his ankle? And you
It's an ankle lock. It's an ankle.
I mean, you did the.
Yeah, he ankle picked the hell out of him.
You pull on them, they put that foot out there. That's it.
You remember that guy that was telling us he was a state champion, come up to Southern Christian Academy? That big heavyweight, and I ankle picked the shit out of him and knocked him out.
He hit his head on the canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do. You pancaked
I
him.
damn ankle picked him, and he said, wham! And hit his head and was sitting there going, ooh, ooh. And he was supposed to be some kind of state champion. As soon as I did, I just look at Mike and go, said, there's no way you're going to be a state champion to get ankle picked by somebody you outweighed by 200 pounds.
What the hell did Robbie Kellum do that night up there?
What do you mean?
Well, didn't he do something crazy up there one night with Jimmy Liverman or something?
Yeah, he went out there and like pinned him and then like grabbed his
Ran
pants
out
and
the
left.
front door?
Yeah.
What was that all about?
I don't know. Let's talk about
Guess he
something.
didn't want to put him over. And he didn't.
So how does let me ask you, how does being a minister, does that interfere with wrestling? Because I know, the philosophy of it, you know.
Not really, because I struggled with that like in the past when I was just ministering about like the lifestyle. But then I realized, you know, a lot of stuff that we do, the theatrical stuff, I realized that it's not the on-screen stuff that matters. You know, after the show is what everybody really looks at. You know, especially being in an independent scene.
Right.
That's where you get in all the trouble.
Yeah, because it's if you can be out there and you can steal the show and all, but if your attitude sucks, you're not going to be there long. And I think I've made a pretty good name for myself with after the show lifestyle, because I really just don't deal with a lot of stuff.
It takes strength of character too to maintain that.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, stay away from all the, you know, what everybody else is doing.
Well, I mean, a lot of things people just don't do, and they say, well, I don't do it because I'm a Christian. But a lot of stuff, man, honest to God, I just fear. I mean, like with drinking and smoking drugs, I have people in my family that's failed to that stuff. I mean, I got an uncle that's a genius. He could take a car apart, put it back together, and got hold of drugs, and it's like, you know, it's just that's it. I mean, I take my car to him now. He reupholster it, fix the alternator and all that stuff. Just give me $10. I mean, but he's a genius, but got hold of the wrong stuff.
So he'll cut you a
I
deal?
need my truck work though.
I mean, he's awesome. He's awesome. But I mean, you get that stuff, nobody wants to deal with you anymore.
Well, look at that guy on it's all over the TV.
Yeah, the announcer dude.
Yeah.
Oh, the world's greatest voice or whatever?
Yeah, he's back in rehab now.
Is he?
Yeah, that Dr. Phil put him in
That
rehab.
didn't last long. I mean, did he do something, or is that just like part of his trying to
They
get
say
back into society?
They put him. They gave him. He got a job, and he ended up relapsing on the job. I guess with depression or whatever. And then Dr. Phil gave him another chance. I think Dr. Phil has him in rehab now, or whatever. But like once you get hold of that stuff, man, a lot of time that stuff it's just so hard to get away from, and that's what I learned. So I'm like, you know what? I learned from other people's mistakes.
Right.
That's my deal.
That's
and I'm
the best
like,
way to do it.
if I have the same DNA you have, who am I to say that's not going to mess with me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things I see, it's just like jumping off with the bungee cord deal. I'm like, that ain't for me right there. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I've never understood how people could get on the heavy stuff. Like, all you got to do is hear stories about it. It's like, they talk about like that crack. Like, you can get hooked off one time. I was like, shit, why would you do that?
Yeah.
You don't need it now.
No good.
I got a friend of mine that told me his story. He was just at a party, and he really didn't really know it, I guess at the time, that it was crack, but it was somebody came and just threw like something on the table. It was like 4 guys at the table, and he said he was the one that got hooked. You know, it was free. You know, it was just kind of like a party, introduced as a party drug, and then.
Well, the whole body is nothing but one collaboration of chemicals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like any chemical equation, something sets it off balance. Like it might not do it to everybody, but
that's what if you had that DNA. It's now I realize that alcohol is in my DNA, and drugs in my DNA. When they mix, there's nothing good come out. So
I think alcohol's in my DNA now.
But I mean, once it gets in mine, it doesn't fit my DNA very well, from my family's perspective.
I think too, like especially with alcohol, people have to learn what works for them and what don't. Because some people, you know, they'll say, man, I'm fine, but if I start drinking that Jack Daniels, I go crazy. It's like, all right, well then
Don't drink it.
Yeah, don't drink it.
Like the vodka don't bother me at all.
And see, I don't really know.
That's about all I can drink.
I drink some whiskey out.
So if I drink that brown liquor, that doesn't agree with me.
And I've drank before, but I've never been drunk. Like, you know, in my younger days.
I'm drunk now.
But like, I've never really
tonight's
tested
gonna be
it.
your first night?
Nah, I don't even want to test it because I don't know what happened, you know. So
That'd be nice. We'll get him drunk in here and he'll crash into the out here on Booker Dairy Road.
That'll be that's the thing.
Speaking of which,
I didn't, when we first met, I didn't drink. I didn't even drink. I was 27 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I didn't drink regularly until I was 32.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't a teetotaler like you are. I mean, I'd drink if other people were, but I didn't drink on any kind of regular basis.
I just like him. I'd seen it growing up. I'd seen a lot of the bad of it, and I was scared that I couldn't control it.
Yeah,
Well, I come
that's
from
me.
a long line of alcoholics.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we
You met my uncle,
You're
right?
continuing that line.
You see,
I don't wanna
I
break the
see it. I'm
family
like, that's
tradition.
not me. You know, I don't want to.
You met my uncle?
I think it. I
The
think
DUJ?
the DUJ. I think it makes you more of who you are.
Same
As
like
an
mine.
ass.
You know, I'm a naturally goofy guy in life, and I'm joking all day long. So when I drink, I just kind of do more of that. I think if you're an asshole in life and you drink,
Yeah,
you
you get
become
mean
more of
and
an
then you
asshole.
get the hell beat
Yeah,
out of
say a lot of people say money's the same way.
you. You
Money
died
just
to
makes
throw
you
him a
know who
beat
you
when
are.
you were 14 years old. You remember that?
Whoop his damn ass. He had the most aggravating uncle you've ever. He always got drunk and wanted to talk shit, and I was over there going,
And see, the bad thing, this is
Would
unfair to you.
he
really.
ride them till they snap?
yeah, that's
Oh,
where
he
he got
will.
it from.
He was just over there screwing around with Shane one night and didn't even know him. Macho man, huh? Whip your ass.
Yeah. That was this close.
See, the thing is, he says things like that and then turns his back.
Yeah.
And see, that was really unfair to you because I beat his ass twice.
Yeah.
And I denied you your opportunity.
He said things like that and he turns his back. And you use your back with the Marty when Marty jumped over the seat.
Well, I had my head down. My mistake.
So you over
See your
there.
DNA.
Here come Marty from the high ground.
You sure this ain't your
Dropping
dad?
bomb.
This ain't your real dad you talking about?
That's the DNA.
No, but our genes are closely related.
I would get in a cab and punch somebody in the face though.
Poor bastard. I've heard about that.
Oh, I was provoked.
He was
Do not. I don't like being touched when I'm sober. I don't like people coming up and poking at me and shit. Much less doing it when I'm drunk, because then I'm more apt to punch you in the face.
So,
Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I don't like to be touched. Very touchy.
not touching. Can't get mad.
Not touching you. Not touching you.
Can't get mad.
So you went. You worked in Kuwait too.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you over there?
3 years.
Wrestling?
3 years. No, I had to do something. I had to make some money. I was following the wrestling dream to the point where I hit rock bottom.
It'll run you
She'll
broke.
break you down.
Yeah, and I got, I started going places, and they were talking to me like they was going to hire me, come here. I was doing all the dark matches and all, and back to back, and then I go to one show, and they act like I was the best thing since sliced bread, and the next show they act like they didn't know who I was, and all of my bills were steady getting behind. I have an engineering degree.
Right.
And I never really took a full-time job because I'm like, I'm about to be a star, and it never worked out that way. And honestly, man, I went to buy a hot dog one day when I did my little debit card thing, and they said my bank account was like on negative $5,000, $6,000. And the daggone IRS came after me, man.
Yeah.
And they when they did it, man, it like woke me up. I was like, they're gonna get their money, but then we worked some stuff out, and I didn't really lose anything or whatever, but I really had to, pay them back. So I got an offer to go overseas to make some money there, and I got the job, and my wife was able to come with me.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it worked good. My son and my daughter was actually born in Kuwait
All right.
or whatever. So
Were you ever in any situation? I don't know. Is there any situations over there, or scary situations or anything?
Yeah. When you get to learn the culture,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you do things out of ignorance, and you offend people out of ignorance.
I do that constantly.
That you don't know, like showing people the bottom of your foot is a big thing over there.
You're not supposed to do that?
No, it's like a big
Did you do that
insult.
a lot?
No, but you can be talking to somebody across your foot, and the person
So
beside
here
you's
you
like,
just pissed him off?
yeah, little stuff like that,
Over there
that
pulling out a sword?
yeah, and you don't know that you did anything like that, but they teach you that stuff when you come in country. But one thing that happened with us, we was actually in the pool downstairs at our house, and all the buildings are kind of like together, and somebody was throwing like car parts in our pool,
Yeah.
and like almost hit our son.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It was like real serious for a time. I went and told the security guard what was going on, and I mean, I was, it takes a lot to get me mad.
Right.
It with my family, I guess I just
It
snapped.
don't take
and,
much when you got kids and wife.
yeah, and I mean, because it was like at first it was like you hear the doop like in the water, and yeah, and but it was like some teenage kids or whatever.
Oh, they were just.
Yeah, so it's not like a bunch of terror because we lived in the common. They kind of they respect Americans.
Right.
As long as you respect that culture,
Right.
So after you get used to that culture, it was actually pretty.
That'd be
good.
some shit I'd do. I'd go over there and do something unintentional.
Cross your legs and get shot?
Yeah, I'll be at the embassy strung up somehow.
It was sports
Like
you
Mussolini?
spit in there.
Yeah.
If if you like spit to the ground near somebody or something like that.
There was a lot of stuff when we went to Singapore. We got a list of shit we couldn't do. It was like, they'll whoop your ass if you do it.
They really take offense of it.
At least it's cut and dry over there. They don't go put you through a bunch of shit. They just hang you up and beat the hell out of you and then send you back.